All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get things started. Just want to say appreciate every single one of you for taking some time out of your night to tune to something new. Whether it was a random person that reached out to you, you reached out to them. Doesn't matter how you got to this call, but you're on this call. That's the only thing that does. A little background on myself here, so we're not complete strangers. My name is Andrew. Went to school, got good grades. Found myself back in my hometown, not really knowing what to do next, man. I got reached out about a bunch of different stuff. Obviously, a lot of people doing things for the wrong reasons nowadays. But I was open to everything new, man. It was almost 2 years ago to this date. Someone asked if I was open to something new, hopped on a very similar call. They broke it down for me the same exact way I'm about to break it down for you guys. And I gave it a shot. I was like, I would be doing myself a disservice if I'd at least try something new. I'm not going to be in my deathbed, wishing back in the year of 2023 when I got started, I didn't try something new. So I did. And this one opportunity is what allowed me to really just get my vision back, see my dreams start to become a reality because I was making money in my first couple weeks. And I was like, okay, this is pretty simple, pretty cool. And then a couple months in, actually replaced enough income to go all in and completely changed my life, man. Packed up my bags, drove across the country out here to Scottsdale, Arizona. Have lived here ever since. The guy you're going to get to hear from in just a couple minutes, so bear with me. He's changed hundreds, if not thousands of lives. And I worked directly with him, and we live in the same exact apartment complex now. But it's dope to see, man. This has done so much for myself, but I'm just a very, very small fish, and only 12 of us being on this call, very small fish as well, as far as what the overall impact this can have on your life. So, without further ado, I'm going to get right into it, share my screen, and basically break down the idea of why you guys are on this call. So, Charlie, I see your camera on, bro. Can you see my screen? Perfect, perfect, cool. Well, that being said, guys, Akashx is the reason of why you guys are all here, why I'm here, why everyone's here, and it's the best direct, I guess, company under a brand called My Daily Choice. My Daily Choice itself has been around for over a decade at this point. This has been around for about 5 years, but everything to do with the Akashx has trading, day trading, if you will, one way to go about it, aka the product and service that is a part of our platform. And basically, what happens, man, it makes it very simple for the person that doesn't know anything about this to get involved. Start learning and earning as you go. And that's due to a couple of different routes that we break it down on a very simple platform. One, starting off with tap to trade. As it kind of says there, you literally click a button and you have an educator of X amount of years in the game already, which are professional educators controlling that trade for you and allowing you to piggyback off of them. You click a button once your own accounts are actually connected there. From that point on, it puts you into your own account. You click approve within a 2 minute countdown. And now, from that point, in the matter of a couple minutes to a couple hours, you can easily make a couple $100s. And I promise you that. I'll show you guys some examples here very soon. But from that point on, man, that breaks it down from whether you're 18 or 80 plus years old. My personal grandmother, who is 70 plus years old, has utilized this in the last recent months, and I've made money. And so I'm very passionate to know that someone who barely knows how to use their cell phone can make money because of what's provided here at Akashx. And so on top of the tap to trade now, we have beginner to expert level academies, different videos, depending on how far you wanted to take it. And then also one of my favorite parts, something called live sessions. Very similar to Twitch, Kick, any of those live streaming platforms. But instead of watching Ninja play Fortnite, for example, you can watch one of these educators teach you how to make money on the markets at a desired time on a desired day, depending on their schedule. And so what I'm going to do is show you really quickly the inside of Akashx, your own password protected back office of what you guys get direct access to. And so once it pops up here, this now shows you the tap to trade, who the educator is, the pair, the type, whether it's a buy or sell, and then all the parameters here. One of my favorite personal parts about Tap to Trade is that there's only certain educators that can be on Tap to Trade. Not every single one likes to even be on it because of how their strategy works. Might be too fast for that 2 minute countdown. But also, two, these are the ones on the hottest streaks. Every single time you get a Tap to Trade notification, you don't have to do too much thinking about it. You click it, put your phone down, go about your day. And then again, in the matter of a couple minutes to a couple hours, you can easily secure yourself a couple $100s. And so that's the Tap to Trade system. If you just want to stop there, you can just stop there. If you want to take it a step further, you can use what's called trade alerts. Very similar, but instead of you now clicking a button, they do it for you. You now are given the parameters to simply click that, copy and paste, and let them control that trade for you while you're still more in control, but you're getting your handheld walk through that entire process. So as you can see here, just from 17 and 18 hours ago, I'll just kind of go to these because I actually took both of them. A sell market from Lucas was placed, and then a buy market from Lucas was also placed on the same exact market of gold, XAU USD. You don't have to know what that means. It's completely okay if that sounds like, random language to you. But all you have to do is when they tell you to either buy or sell, you copy and paste these numbers, you place it, click buy now or sell, depending on the actual lot size, which is the percentage in your account, is all right there for you. And both of them, one of them hit TP5 and the other one hit TP4. Meaning, if you would have bought or sold when they told you to, you would have made money on this specific call out. That's it. So it makes it very simple, man, for the person that is a newest user to go about this. This is a little bit further in depth than then the tap to trade, but it's still very simple to use. Foreign exchange alerts, cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, any sort of day trading route is all right here for you guys. Like I mentioned before, the live sessions, different times of different days. They also pre-record everything as well. So you can always go back, take some notes, watch it on your own time. And then beginner to expert level trainings included the training, educators training series, which is where I spent a good amount of my time on when I first got started, going over their intro, basics, concept, strategy, everything you might need to know about an individual strategy themselves and what they do is all right here for you. So it's very simple, man. It breaks it down from clicking a button to going super far down in depth and learning the skill set all on your own time, taught by a specific educator. So that kind of broke down, at least for myself, the basics of my first question that I had when I first saw this about 2 years ago, which was who are these educators? Why can they control my trades? All of that, right? But if you guys have any questions after this call is over, get back with the person that invited you. I promise you right now, we're here to make sure every single question is answered and make it a smooth transition when it comes to getting you involved in Akashx. Second question I had, maybe some of you guys as well on this call, is all right, bro, there's got to be some sort of cost to this value, right? Here that is. I'm going to break down both of them, so bear with me. But first being the annual. If you like to, I know tax season is right around the corner. It's here, I should say, and people are getting their tax returns. Instead of spending that, couple hundred, couple $1,000s from that onto random stuff that's going to do you no good anyways, invest into yourself. Give yourself a shot at this, $1,500. You also receive everything we talked about, including what's to come, and a $200,000 trading challenge. I'm going to break that down, what that means. So over the course of this annual membership, you're basically getting about a $1,400 discount, if you will. So you're saving a good amount of money there. If you can't do that, completely okay. There's obviously the monthly as well, to where it's $149 and then normally $149 thereafter. But instead of the 200K, you're still receiving capital to trade with. That is now 10K. Now, what do both of those mean, right? Well, you're receiving capital due to a partnership called TradeX Mastery. We're partnered with a couple of different other companies outside of Akashx. And so what's cool about this is, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have $10,000 floating around. Just go and throw into the markets. Most people probably don't, especially when you know nothing about trading. And so you're given that capital off for it. All you have to do, since you're given to it, is prove to them you're profitable. Passing phase one, phase two, it's basically a trial period to where they're like, okay, well, this person just bought a challenge. Are they worthy, if you will, of getting a live account to where they can start making money based off the capital we gave them? And so once you pass those two challenges now, you're given a live account. In the example of 10K right here, anything above that, 80% of that profit is for you to keep. So in the matter of, say 7 days you go live, well, you just made $800 if you made $1,000 there, 80% of that profit. And why I love the partnership so much, because like I mentioned before with the tap to trades and the trade alerts, you click a button or you copy and paste from educators that already know what they're doing. They are here to help you pass those challenges and help you start to make money. If you don't believe me, I get it. It's a random person on a Zoom call right now. These are just one of the group chats you're going to get added into, and proven just a couple of days ago, people from all over the world, man, making a couple $1,000s paid out by TradeX Mastery directly. I'm going to kind of scroll through some of them here. Majority of these people, I have no idea who they are. So these, as a global company, people all over the world that don't even know what they're doing, by the way. Majority of these people don't even know how to trade, but they're utilizing the systems that are in play and capitalizing off of what we have going on here. Actually, someone who is on the call right now, shout out to you, Charles. On April 30th, made a little over 2 G's right there. So that is proof in the pudding as far as what this has done for him. But it's crazy, man. I mean, no one knows what they're really doing when they first start out. And so why I love this system and how it works so well is you're learning and earning as you go. So that kind of breaks down the basics of now tap to trade, trade alerts, live education, everything to do with trading as far as the investing side here. Another partnership we have is called Dream Trips International, where you're getting access to a trade and travel membership, bunch of discounts, travel trips, and rates all year long. A little bit more of an investment upfront from the monthly and the annual. But what's great about this, man, is I actually got to utilize this with a few people on this call and a lot of people I met all over the world. We were out in Dubai for about 2 weeks or so, the end of October of last year. Insane, man. Jet skiing on yachts. We were dune buggy in the desert. Like, I don't say any of that to boast and brag. I tell you, the person seeing this for the first time, how realistic it is. I'm from a small town in South Carolina, just surrounded by nothing but slowness. Didn't know really what anyone wanted to do. And I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to go live the life that I knew I was capable of, but just wasn't surrounded by the right people. I got started. I invested in myself, $150. I'll probably go spend that on a random pair of shoes or over the course of 30 days, $5 cup of coffee at Starbucks anyways. So I might as well try it. If I don't like it after 30 days, okay, at least I can say I tried and I unsubscribe. But that one shot gave me my dreams back, man. It gave me the vision for what is possible in this life. Been traveled to a few different countries in all of 2024. Never been out the country before I got started, by the way. And so it's just been insane to see what this has been able to do for a random person like me, just the most average person with above average goals and dreams. And it's done that for a few people on this call and so many people all over the world, man. So if it's done that for us, I don't see why I couldn't do it for you. And so that's to do with the travel side, the trading membership there. That's actually where I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and pass this over to someone very special to me. Goes by the name of Noah Ortiz. Met this guy my third week into this platform, not knowing what he was or what he did or who this was or whatever, man. I was just super new to it, but he was going down to Cancun, Mexico on one of those dream trips. And I was living in Tampa Bay, Florida. Decided to meet up with him down in Miami before he left. Instantly felt like a long lost brother. Like I mentioned before, we actually live together now. So it's dope to say we've come a long way and built a great relationship. But he very quickly on about 4 months of his own journey, he got to talk on stages in front of 8,000 people in Croatia, a couple thousand in Budapest, Hungary, and a couple thousand out here in Phoenix. And I know if he's done what he's done for me, he'll do the same exact thing for you. That being said, Noah's all yours, bro.
Appreciate the kind words and appreciate you guys on this call for checking out what it is that we're excited about here. There's 13 of us on this call. Here's the crazy thing. We do these calls every single night, and there's over 19 or 20,000 people inside of this platform. There was 1,800 in August of 2024 when we came here. And so we're growing at a very rapid pace. And the reason being is when you see something like this, it may seem new. It may seem a little bit too good to be true. It may seem like one of those things where if you saw it growing up, you would have stayed away just because you don't know what you don't know and no one else has ever told you about it. And so that's exactly how it came to me when I first saw this. But I was in a position in my life similar to Andrew where I was just trying to figure it out, man. I'm 28 now. I grew up in the Midwest, humble beginnings, went to school, got a degree. I actually got licensed to manage money for the second biggest investment firm in the country called Merrill Lynch when I was 22. And then I sat in the cubicles. I wore the suit and ties. I carried around the briefcases. I talked to rich people about how to get richer and about how to become rich by the time you're 65. We live in 2025. This is the golden age of opportunity. You don't have to wait until you're older to see potential returns on your investments, whether it be in the financial markets like we're talking about here, or in general, man. You have AI, next generation technology, social media and personal branding, online business. If you don't think the world is changing and the ways of making money now are different than they were then, you're living under a rock, man. And so you see so many people, just like you and me, from all over the world, different walks of life, no more special than you and me, but that were willing to go try something new, living the life you wish you were living just because they went and they tried. And so what we do here that simplifies the entire process of learning how to trade, because most people don't get taught it growing up, let alone anything about financial literacy. That's why I went to school. But the simple thing about this is you don't have to have a ton of money to start trading. We give you that prop firm challenge and that capital to begin investing with. And at the same time, you do not have to go burning through account after account after account, utilizing your own money in order to see potential results. We allow you to leverage our patented technology, Tap to Trade, to where you can see potential results very early on in your journey. Andrew, who you guys just heard from, I watched him withdraw $2,300 from his TradeX Mastery Prop Firm Challenge while we were out in an Airbnb in California overlooking the beautiful harbor. This was like freaking maybe 2 months ago at this point. And he's not just the only one. Charles, another person out of the 13 on this call, he's 19 years old, full time in the Army, never traded, never done sales, never done any of what we do here. And he saw 2,100 in his first 90 days trading with us. So it works. And that's why I'm willing to put my name and reputation behind it. I was making $150,000, $200,000 a year in sales before I got started in this, man. I got reached out to randomly on a weekday after a long day of work, busting my butt from a 22-year-old on Instagram. I had no idea who he was. I was skeptical as can be. It took him like freaking 3, 4 weeks just to get me on one of these calls. But he caught me on one of those days where I was just frustrated with where I was at. And although I was making good money, I was purposeless, visionless. I would wake up and rather click snooze on my alarm clock because I hated what I did for work and who I had to go see every day. And sitting in that desk wearing the same clothes, talking about the same things to the same people, I would have rather keep sleeping. That's a bad thing, man. And if you're in that spot right now, this is an opportunity for you to go do something different and try it. What's the worst that happens? You go back to doing it. And so that's where I was at. And I got started and then very quickly found value. 6 months in, replaced the majority of my income. 9 countries later at this point, had never been outside the United States before this. No boss, no job, earning more income than I've ever made in my life. And it's not about the money, but it's about the freedom, man. To be able to wake up and go where you want with the people you love and care about anywhere on the planet. And so what I'm going to do is break down the second half of this opportunity. For those of you guys that just want to trade, you can. If you want to travel alongside us, great. We also have an affiliate portion. Sometimes I say that word and people get freaked out, or sales, where you can go out there and share what we do with other people and earn income. This slide briefly mentions something about creating an influence for yourself. This is my Instagram. You guys can reach out to me here if you'd like, but I'm showing you this because what I get paid to do is document my lifestyle over the course of time. 9 countries, man. And so it's been really, really fun to get paid to live my life to the fullest. Imagine that. That's what we do literally every single day, man. I had no social media. I had no reason to have social media before this. This is the course of 2 years. Most people will spend 40 years of their life working a job they don't even want to work just to make 60% of their income after taxes, and they have no control over their time. Get good at something worth getting good at. Build an online resume. It'll never leave you and it'll connect you to people all over the world that can have a tremendous impact on your life. And we'll help you learn personal branding. We'll help you learn how to communicate with people online and take advantage of that shift to digital business. And so you're actually going to be able to waive your monthly subscription within the referral platform for sending your link to a few people that may want to get involved. We run these calls every single night. All you have to do is invite the people in your network to check it out when you first get started. If you want to become self-sufficient at presenting the information and go full time, you can. We'll help you do it. All of us have already done it that are helping you present this. And I didn't invite any of you to this call. They're not talking right now. You don't have to either. You have business partners for the first time in your life. And our goal is to help you waive that monthly subscription by referring 3 people in yours. So let's say you get started and you invite John, Jack, and Jill to our next call tomorrow. Let's say they get started. Great. Now you are 3 and free. You don't have a monthly subscription anymore. Now, that's just the beginning. You're actually going to earn income on every person you enroll as well. There's a few ways you can earn income, and this may be a little overwhelming as I break it down, but I want you guys to do your absolute best to just keep an open mind to what's possible long term here. Now, the first way is you're going to receive $25 every single time someone signs up with your link. Now, the best part about this is it's paid out daily pay. Imagine working at your job and every single day you get done with work, it pays you for whatever you did that day. That's this. So for those of you guys, especially that are young and you're like, dude, how soon can I expect to see a return on my investment? Well, are you willing to hustle a little bit? Maybe share this with a handful of people because you can pay yourself the initial investment back to yourself in the course of 4 or 5 people just getting started. And so that's something that's very special. Now, the really, really cool part about what we do is you now get to leverage other people to make more income. Money making is a team sport. And if you don't get that, you work for someone that does if you have a job right now. And you're being leveraged. They're leveraging your time, they're leveraging your effort, they're leveraging your energy in order to earn income for their business. And so the people that own the biggest businesses on this planet, even Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they know that no matter how smart they are, they cannot accomplish as much as 10, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000 people can, right? So here you have that same ability to scale a team and an organization by enrolling others inside of what we do. So that second part at the bottom of this slide says if the person you enroll then goes enroll someone else, you are then going to get cut back $12.50 on top of whatever that person that enrolled them got, right? So you're earning income even when you're not enrolling people just because you've now started a business. I am a 1099 tax form, no more W-2. My accountant told me this year I'll save upwards of like $17,000 on taxes just because I now have the ability to write things off via an S Corp, an LLC. Look, man, I know you guys might be sitting there like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't either. I didn't get taught it growing up either. Even working for the second biggest investment firm in the country, I didn't learn any of this. You get connected to people that are making a crazy amount of money in business and have done very well, and they teach you all of these things along the way because you build relationships with them based off of your own work ethic. So I've worked my way into a really good mix of people, and this is just one of the ways you can earn money. It gets very lucrative over time. Your goal is going to be able to scale a team. You are the very top person on this diagram. You're going to build a left team and a right team, and you're going to try to keep them as even as possible. Why? Because you're going to get paid $15 per person on the lesser leg of your team. So if you have less people on your left team than on your right team, you're going to get paid based off of every single person on your left team. $15 for every single one of those people over the course of a month. Now, that is just one way you can earn income by scaling an organization. But I want you guys to understand, once again, you're not doing this on your own. Good news travels fast. If we went from 1,800 people on our platform to 20,000 in 10 months, what do you think you could do alongside us for the next 10 months? You capitalize on a portion of the market share. There's 8 billion people on this planet, 2 billion use social media. You know 1,000 by the age of 18 by their first name. You share this with 1,000 freaking people, I guarantee you sign up at least 25 to 50. And what are you signing them up to do? Learn financial education, learn sales, personal branding, get good at skills worth getting good at? I don't know, man. I've sold a lot of things, and this is actual value to people. And so you sell people on where they should go eat with you on the weekends and where they should go drink with you on the weekends and doing all these different things. You convince them, you sell them, you persuade them. You influence people to do things that take money out of your bank account all the freaking time. Never put money into it. This is your chance to go back and flip the script on that. Build businesses with your friends. That's exactly what I'm doing with Andrew and with Charlie and with Jake and with all the people on this call right now and everywhere in the world. And so my point with this is you are not building this on your own. So let's say you enroll John on your left leg, Jack on your right leg. Let's say John enrolls 10 people on his left, Jack enrolls 50 on his right. You're going to get paid $15 per person for those people on your lesser leg, right? Now you didn't even enroll them all. You're still getting cut back a check for every single person inside of your organization. Now, this is where things get even more lucrative. Not only are you going to get what's called binary pay, which stands for two, that's binary, but you're going to get a rank maintenance pay on top of that. So if you guys look at this fourth column to the right with this little lock, this is going to be guaranteed income based on the amount of people you have inside of your organization. So once again, you're building a left team and a right team. Your goal is to keep them even. Over on the left-hand side of this, you guys can see a rank. This is real life GTA. For those of you guys that are like me that spend a ton of time behind a video game screen leveling up another virtual character, here, you get to apply it to your real life. You get to literally rank up. And you get recognition and you speak on stages and you impact millions of people, and it's the best thing on planet Earth. And yes, I'm being serious. And so here, you start by having 5 people on your left, 5 people on your right. No, you don't have to enroll all 10 yourself, but you certainly can. You are platinum rank inside of the company. You can, on average, expect to earn a minimum of 175 bucks a month. That's not counting the daily pay that I mentioned, where if you sign someone up, you get 25 bucks. And if someone that you sign someone up, you get 12.50 on the top. This is just for rank maintenance and binary together, that far right column. I know you guys are sitting here like, dude, you're going quick. I don't know if I understand it all. You don't have to. You guys will go buy a car from a dealership that I used to work at, by the way. And I've never once in my time selling cars that I did for 2.5 years. And I was a top 3 sales rep for 2 years straight. And I hated it. But I never once saw someone read the car manual before they left the lot. That's what you guys would be trying to do here if you're trying to process every single detail to what we're breaking down with you before giving it a shot. You put the car into drive and you figure everything about the technology and how fast it is and the best way to turn up the stereo as you go. Same thing here. Everything will make more sense once you get started. Our goal, create as many diamond ranks as possible. That's 125 people on your left, 125 people on your right. Why is that our goal? That pays well over $3,300 a month. Once again, that's minimum, man, minimum. Most people at diamond rank are making closer to $5,000 a month. My point with this is that's full-time income. Our goal is to take as many people out of the rat race, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, as possible and give them their time back so that they can spend the 4,000 weeks they live on average doing what they want rather than things they don't want to. So for me, I have thousands of people inside of my organization today, which is a blessing. I'm connected to several people in this platform that are crown ambassadors. If you follow that down, over 10,000 people making upwards of $130,000 a month minimum. Yes, it's real, man. When I first got started, I didn't know anything about this. I got reached out to randomly through someone I didn't know once again, and I just gave it a shot. It was 150 bucks at the minimum. If you have the capital to lock in with an annual subscription, you're getting 20 times the amount of leverage with a $200,000 account, and you can then start trading on that and see potential returns right away. Commit to the long game. Get yourself immersed in this opportunity and play it out for a year. I promise you, you will make more money in terms of real value in the skills you develop, like sales, leadership, financial literacy, communication skills, confidence. You will become a high-speed freaking ninja over time working alongside us. That's a promise. It's not all about the income, it's about who you become that earns the income. And here is the best example of guaranteeing you go out there and earn what you want out of life based off your own efforts. So if you're someone that's been looking for that type of opportunity to be that guarantee and to have no excuse, here's your chance, man. So get back with the person that invited you here. Let them know if you want to get involved. We're here to help you every step of the way. I will see you guys inside of the group chats. And with that being said, I'm going to close this thing down. I will see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace out and have a good night.